They indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you get a look inside Rocket Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Buffalo Bills. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Allen looking to throw it right at the outset. Throwing right, and that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Into the air right away is Allen. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards, the final tally. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this place...
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. To throw, it's Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Bills. Amari Cooper. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The drive starts with a run by White. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Off play action. Cody. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got a man. Complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
On first down, Cody. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's Allen. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On play action, Allen. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. The Bills at 7-1 now on the year, and they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go a touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Bills have moved out in front. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. 1-7, their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now, this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On third down, Cody. And that is incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Fielded at the 33. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good. And looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
He's going to go up top again. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Coney. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. And Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Allen steps away to his left. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And this is going to be intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Going right side is White. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
To throw on 3rd down, Cody. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Bills take a 3-touchdown lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
The scoreboard tells a story for them, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one, not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
On 2nd and very short, Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Allen now on 1st down. Finding Knox there, complete. Touchdown, Bills! Dawson Knox with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bills are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Nwangwu now from his end zone. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Cody. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Cody. This is White on the screen. Oh, now White lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So the penalty rightfully declined. They'll keep the yardage on the completion.
Still some disagreement by the defense, though, because he thought that was just good, strong coverage, and the contact's going both ways, so why is there a flag? In the end, though, doesn't matter. Still a completed pass.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
You can see the thought process there. With his speed, they were hoping he could pop one. Instead, the coverage was good, and they forced the incompletion.
Off the play fake. Cody. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Quality coverage that time to slow down what's been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got to find a way to slow down that ball in the air.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Allen to throw it. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half for Allen. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, where the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out and take pride in your work and try and put something together here in the second half.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Allen off the play fake. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Under pressure, and they got to him again. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Allen. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. With that last completion, CDs now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Second down and goal. Allen, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
following the fumble recovery. Cody. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Chase Claypool, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Vikings are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Allen. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Allen now looks to throw. The left side caught by Diggs. On the move past the 40, down the left sideline. Touchdown!
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Off play action. Cody. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Christian Watson.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. He's got the connection to Cooper. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Throwing now is Allen. Rolling to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Allen's throw is complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Letting one fly deep for Cooper.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bills have recovered.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. To the air, Allen.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now Allen. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here from the left hash, and chip shot here.
The kick by Bass is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Nuwanger now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Off the play fake.
Cody, he's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bills are going to take over at their own 41. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Aiden Hutchinson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Swinging this out for Pollard. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. The Bills send the punter out. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Let's go now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to try and go deep again. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Gregory Rousseau racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the 4th quarter. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
1st down there on a pickup of 25. To throw, it's Allen. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectation.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing on first down. Cody, he's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is caught. A big play there for Minnesota. 49 yards. Looking to throw. Cody steps away. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. He's at the 50. 30. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So they got the turnover, started a great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And now here is another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ballgame.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Bills, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.
I need somebody to hold me. Something done woke up in me. I've been going crazy. I've been doing my thing. They not ready for me. Y'all been playing with me. No time for the silly games. Damn, it really must be so intimidating. But I gotta be great. That's the God up in me. Whoa, yeah. Hold me. They cannot hold me. Yeah. Slowly. Ain't no more taking it slowly. Yeah. Holy. You're dealing with something that's holy. Yeah. Hold me. I need somebody to hold me. I'm still cooking out the basement. And this game needs some saving. And I'm ready for the action. Cause I'm tired of the acting. What happened to being great? What happened to being fashionably late? What happened to rocking shows? What happened to spitting flows? Been wearing the cons and the pros. Feel like I'm the only pro. If we gon' go, then go. We can take it toe to toe. I've been doing everything you've been doing, but I'm really doing more. I'm about to explode. You gon' need someone to hold me. They cannot hold me. Yeah. Slowly. Ain't no more taking it slowly. Yeah. Holy. You're dealing with something that's holy. Yeah. Hold me. I need somebody to hold me. Nothing's for certain, but this I know. Life is but moments that come and go. Tomorrow may never come, but the memories live on. Be strong, don't cry when I'm gone. This life is a path to infinity.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See